There are AI tools right now that can replace entire departments. And you've probably never heard of them. But the people who have? They're quietly earning six figures off the gap between what you know and what they know. Here's what you're missing. Everyone talks about ChatGPT and Midjourney and Copilot. Sure, those are fine. But the real leverage, the tools that actually move the needle, are in the shadows. Today I'm showing you 5 AI tools that are absolute monsters that nobody's talking about. Tools that save 10 hours a week, generate revenue directly, or automate entire workflows you're still doing by hand. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button in the corner. It's free, takes 1 second, and you'll never miss another discovery like this. Do it now. My question for you: how many AI tools do you actually use in a typical week? Drop a number in the comments. I want to see the average. Most people still use Google for research. That's a mistake. Perplexity Deep Research runs recursive searches, cross-references every source against every other source, and produces a report in 6 minutes that would take a human 3 days to compile. I use it for every video script I write. It catches contradictions, flags outdated information, and tells you when it's uncertain. My research time dropped from 2 hours per video to 15 minutes. That's 12 hours a week I got back. If you do any knowledge work, consulting, writing, analysis, this pays for itself in the first week. The secret is using it right. Most people ask one question and stop. Power users run 20 recursive searches, let the tool cross-reference everything, then ask it to identify gaps. That's the difference between surface-level research and deep investigation. Here's something nobody tells you about AI writing. The best tools don't write for you. They learn to write like you. Lex watches how you write, studies your sentence structure, your vocabulary patterns, your paragraph flow, and then generates text that sounds exactly like you wrote it. I gave it 3 pages of my old writing. It analyzed my sentence length distribution and comma usage. Then I asked it to write a paragraph about AI ethics. The output was indistinguishable from my own work. I showed my editor and asked if I'd written it. She said yes without hesitation. For anyone who writes newsletters, reports, proposals, or social media, this is the tool nobody's talking about. I'm about to change how you think about data. Numeracy looks like a spreadsheet but understands natural language. Type "show me last quarter's revenue by region," filter out anything under 10,000, and highlight the top 3 performers, and it just works. No formulas. No pivot tables. No VLOOKUP nightmares. I showed this to a friend who runs a small e-commerce business. She was spending 6 hours a week on Excel reports. Now she spends 20 minutes. She literally cried. The tool costs $40 a month. 6 hours at minimum wage is over $100 in time value. The math is undeniable. The reason nobody knows about it? It grew by word of mouth among analysts who didn't want their bosses to find out how easy it was. I've tried every meeting transcription tool. Otter, Fireflies, Fathom, all of them. They all do the same thing: record, transcribe, summarize, done. Circleback is different. It builds a knowledge graph of every decision made, every task assigned, every follow-up promised. Then it connects those across every meeting you've ever had. So when someone says, "Remember we discussed this last month," Circleback pulls up that exact conversation, the decision, and whether the follow-up was completed. I've been using it for 3 months and it caught 5 missed follow-ups that would have cost me clients. The free tier handles transcription. The paid tier at $30 a month gives you the full knowledge graph. If you have more than 5 meetings per week, this is the best ROI on this list. You've heard of Zapier and Make. Relay makes both look like toys. Instead of connecting two apps with a simple trigger, Relay builds conditional branching workflows with AI decision points. Your AI can look at an incoming email, decide urgency based on sender history and content, route or respond automatically, log it in your CRM, and create a task all in one workflow. I automated my entire client intake process. New inquiry comes in. Relay checks if they're a returning client, pulls their history, drafts a personalized response, checks my calendar, sends a booking link, and adds them to my newsletter list. That was a 2-hour manual process. Now it takes 0 minutes. Visual Workflow Builder, no coding needed. $50 a month for Pro. If you bill over $100 an hour, it pays for itself in the first month. So there you have it. 5 AI tools nobody's talking about that will change how you work. Perplexity Deep Research for deep investigation. Lex for writing that sounds like you. Numeracy for spreadsheets that speak English. Circleback for meetings you'll actually remember. And Relay for automation that replaces an entire assistant. If you're getting value from this, smash that subscribe button. YouTube shows my next video to subscribers first. Tomorrow I'm covering the AI tools that are actually wastes of money, the ones you should cancel immediately. Subscribe so you don't miss it. And seriously, drop your weekly AI tool count in the comments. I'm genuinely curious. YouTube's about to recommend another video, watch one more before you go. See you tomorrow.